All right, welcome to playoff week, wildcard week of January 2019. We got four great games coming up for you this weekend. I'm excited about all of them, but I got two best bets that I'm going to get in on at least. So let's jump right in on it. We got the Titans playing the Patriots this Saturday. Patriots are scheduled to win by 3 points as the spread. That sounds about right to me. I got no reason to disagree or put money on that. There's a few prop bets that I really like the looks of, but I'm going to cover more of that stuff when it comes to the Super Bowl. For now, the Lions are looking pretty good on that game. Next, you got the Vikings playing the Saints on Sunday. Going to be a great game. The Saints are scheduled to get more of a beatdown to the Vikings this time. Vegas finally came around to my way of thinking with the 8-point spread. If you remember 2 years ago, the Vikings are the ones that knocked the Saints out of the playoffs. And so it should have some good revenge here, hopefully. And I've said it before, the Saints are still my pick to go to the Super Bowl. So I'm anticipating that. But both of those are good games. Our first best bet is going to be in the Bills against the Texans game. Texans are favored to win by 3 points. And I've got a few thoughts on that. First off, here's a list of people that have been on the injured reserve list at some point within the last week. Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Fowler, and Hopkins. And there's more, but those are their main starters. If any one of those guys doesn't make the team or isn't playing at 100%, it significantly hinders the Texans' ability to perform well. And I would say it takes a few points off the game. Now, should that line even be at 3 points in the first place? I don't think so, because the Bills have had a crazy ability to cover the spread this year. I believe they're at like 70% of the games. They're point-covering machines. And they've just had a great, consistent year this year. They're in the same division as the Patriots, so they're the wildcard team. I don't think that should be counted against them. And if anything, it causes money to go a little bit more towards the Texans, which is going to skew the Vegas line, making the Bills an even better bet to pick. So that's our best bet for Saturday. Coming up on Sunday, you got the Seahawks and the Eagles playing. Battle of the Birds. Seahawks are a wild card team, oddly enough. And not that they should be, it's just that the 49ers had a great year this year. And if you saw the game on Sunday, then you know that the Seahawks are only less than an inch away from being the first round bye, right in the 49ers position. Or even just a bad camera angle. Some bad luck on the last couple seconds of the game there. But they're in the wild card spot. This line has gone crazy since it opened up. It started off with the Eagles being the 3-point favorites and moved pretty quickly to the Seahawks being where they are at now at the 1.5-point favorite. I think you're going to have a lot of emotion behind the lines in the betting on this game, especially with the Eagles being the underdogs, because if you remember 2 years ago again, Eagles were underdogs in all of their games, including the Super Bowl, which they won. So you're going to have a lot of people hoping for repeat Eagles wins here. Now, where should the line be? It's moving around all over the... If you got in on the Seahawks being the 3-point underdogs, good for you. You got in at a good point. The Seahawks are by far the better team here. Consistency is the word that comes to mind time and time again throughout the year when you look at the Seahawks. Unlike the Eagles, who I believe the word that comes to mind when I think of them is the exact opposite. Inconsistent. They've done really well in the last part of the season. They've turned it around. They're doing better. Barely got into the playoffs. Just because they won their division and the Seahawks are the wild card doesn't mean anything in this case, though. Seahawks are the better team, and I'm more than willing to take a 1.5 deduction for betting on the Seahawks. So there you have my two best bets of the week. Bills on Saturday, Seahawks on Sunday to cover the spread. Happy gambling. Best luck to you guys. We'll see you next time. Go check us out at knowtheodds.net and take care.